Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. Chris Fitzsimon, lot to talk about on this week's show. What do you wish you had said but you didn't?
Well, I mentioned in my comments that it sounds bizarre, but one of the issues people aren't talking about as much is the sort of explosion in coronavirus cases all over the country and in North Carolina as people come into the final days of early voting and the final on election day on Tuesday. You have President Trump going around the country saying that we've turned the corner, it's almost over. Donald Trump Jr. was saying nobody's really being affected anymore while we're sitting 1,000 people are dying every day across the country. What's fascinating to me is that the polls continue to show that the majority of people in North Carolina have big concerns about the coronavirus, have big concerns about schools opening, about businesses opening and all the rest of it, yet a very vocal and, significant minority has been the one sort of driving the debate. And you ask whether the coronavirus was a referendum on Roy Cooper, and I think it largely is. And Dan Forest sort of fell out of he sort of came out as part of the anti-mask crowd and associated himself with some rather radical forces. I think that was sort of the death knell of his campaign. And I think the fact that that is going to be on people's minds more than we thought this weekend and on Tuesday is a big deal and will have a big impact on the final results.
Talk about Forrest. You say it was a death knell. I'm not sure that campaign ever got launched. Are you?
Well, I think his lines of attack were all sort of muted when people realized that he was, he was having inside events without masks on at a time when we were being told by a lot of health experts that's the absolute worst thing to do. Now we're starting to find cases tied to his events and President Trump's events. I just think all this is a combination that'll have an impact on some voters.
Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.